What's your life goal, and have you achieved it?
Yeah, I married you.
Aw, gross.
You really need to go out there and make sure the whole world hates you. Oh, perfect.
My butthole is all over the internet.
A fine wine. She keeps me in the basement and pulls me out when she needs me.
If I drink Sambuca, he's getting it.
I bought a case.
You can tell a lot about a person by the way their tits, pussy, or dick looks.
You come near my cheeks and it's not going to be a good day for you, homie. This is going to be special.
Welcome to the Two Onions podcast with Dani Daniels
And Vic.
What's up, guys? I'm Dani Daniels, and welcome back to another episode of the Two Onions podcast with Vic and Lauren's here.
Hey.
I'm so excited. You're on your home side.
Yeah.
My home side.
The East Coast.
You're back
East
I was
Coast.
like,
Back
hold
with
on,
the
wait.
Easties.
I was like, I may have came to New York every once in a while, but you know, us Jersey people.
Yeah, right. It's like that.
Yeah, for
The
those of you
other
that
side of
don't
the
know,
Hudson.
Lauren's from Jersey, so
From South Jersey.
Yeah.
which I don't understand, but I'm just nodding.
It's
It's
completely
like,
different.
It's like San Francisco and LA.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Which one are you?
Which
one is
flip the state around? So South would be like San
Okay,
Francisco.
okay, got it.
Closer to Philly as opposed to closer to New York. So
Okay.
It's
So is
kinda-
there like a Facebook in South Jersey?
Is there?
I
Facebook
think there
ad-
might be.
I don't know.
maybe.
I've stayed
South
away
Jersey
from Facebook right
represents-
now. It's like, but the thing is, like North Jersey, and like when you learn about Jersey, there's North, Central, and South.
Okay.
But if you're from Jersey, that's bullshit.
It's North and South.
It's either North
There's North
or
and
South.
South.
there's no
Yeah.
Central?
There's a line in the middle, and that's the end of it. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
North Jersey, South Jersey. Period. That's
Is
it.
North Jersey like Jersey Shore like type thing?
No,
Where
the
are the
shore.
beaches?
The shore runs the entire coast.
Yeah.
But
so,
it's like
But
the
I
shore.
never went to the Jersey Shore.
Okay.
The
Alright.
Jersey
You're
Shore.
like,
That
don't
I was like, no,
associate me.
The-
That's a dirty ass beach in the first place.
yeah, it's a
like-
lot of Coney Island whitefish and needles.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a little scary.
I
But
went
the-
to Cape May. That's where you're supposed
Yeah,
to
yeah.
go.
Where's that?
It's
I
South
don't know
Jersey.
I'm like, that sounds exotic. Where is that?
Cape May, South Jersey. The Jersey Shore, I guess we're all used to from television would be North Jersey,
Yeah, it
right?
would be.
Yeah,
And
kind
I
of
just want to let you know that all those people on the Jersey Shore are
Aren't from
New
Jersey.
York. No, they're from New York
They're
City.
not even. They're not
from
even
Staten Island.
They're not even
Yeah,
from. They're
that
not
makes
even
more
from New
sense.
York. Some of them are. There was a bunch of them that were from upstate New York.
Really?
Yeah, they weren't
Oh.
even. It's like.
I was like, we're just so not like that. And the reason why I say South Jersey is because a lot of people when they think Jersey, they're like, oh, you don't sound like a Jersey girl. So they like think I'm gonna be like Joyzy type feel. And I'm like,
That's
no,
not Jersey.
that's North.
Okay.
Now I
South
sound like
Jersey
Philly.
sounds like Philly. Yeah, sounds more like Philly.
And I
Makes
like all the
sense.
Philly teams
And
and
just
stuff
think-
like
Oh,
that.
so you throw batteries? Aren't they the ones that throw
Yeah,
batteries?
they're the ones who throw batteries. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
you know,
Judge Joe was actually the Joe in the stadium, Eagle Stadium,
Oh my god!
because they had so many problems that have a judge on scene for every game.
Yeah. You
Gotta
know,
love them.
we get a little passionate, that's all.
little, yeah.
Where do you get the battery? That's an expensive throw.
Well,
That's like a $3 throw.
Think about
Batteries
it.
are
No,
expensive.
at some point in time, the battery
A
runs
deep
out.
battery?
The
It's a dead
battery
battery.
runs out.
Dead battery.
They just they're recycling.
Take this dead battery. Boom.
You literally are emptying out a vibrator. Like, hold on, I got a game to go to this weekend. Just set this to the side.
First, I have to use it, then I have to throw it.
You know, we're all about recycling and what's really good for our environment.
Sustainability.
Okay?
Oh my god.
With sustainability at a Phillies
I just want to
game.
let you know it's about self-expression. Like,
Yeah, it's
Are
like
they really like? Are the games as wild as everyone says?
I've been to a couple Eagles games because I like, especially once I got into the industry, and I was like, I take my parents there, and we always went to like, I love to go to a baseball game. I love the Phillies.
sorry we beat you in the World Series.
They'll come back. And it's like any type of Phillies team, right? So we get very, very cocky,
Okay.
and you know
But
we
are your
have to get
teams
kicked
good
down.
or are they not?
Yeah,
very
no,
good.
actually,
Oh,
no.
okay.
Phillies are decent.
Because if
Eagles,
they weren't good
Eagles
and
just,
you were like, "Yo, we're us."
I mean,
No,
the
no.
Eagles won the Super Bowl, so
Yeah.
they beat Brady and the Patriots. So I mean,
I
when
just,
no one
you
thought they
know.
were
You
going to
tell I don't
win.
know
Right.
shit about
Um,
sports. I'm like, go sports.
I wouldn't say the basketball team's done much in
They're
a long
getting
time.
better. They're
What's
they're
the
not the
basketball
best.
team in Philly?
The
76ers.
76ers. They're
Okay.
kind of like the Clippers of the 90s, you know, like no one even
But the
knew
Flyers
they
aren't that
existed.
bad, though.
Flyers, I mean,
Yeah,
Flyers, that's an
man.
old school. The
Yeah.
Flyers are like one of the
I
original
want to go
hockey
to.
teams.
I want to go to a Flyers game.
I would love to go
The thing
and
about-
see
I mean,
some
and
hockey and
with
correct
the
me-
glass and
Yeah.
a bunch of
I wanna
scary
see
ass
a lot of
Philly
blood,
people.
Oh
man.
yeah. Correct me if I'm wrong, but most of the time, if you go to Phillies games, if it's a normal opponent, it can be a little crazy, but
It
it's not.
can.
But if you go to a rival, like go to a Dallas Eagles
Yes.
game.
Oh my God. I just watched that game too on the
Oh.
TV. I was like,
I mean,
I was-
you don't wear a Dallas jersey. Just go there. And if you sound like you're from the South, tell them you're from Florida and you were originally from New York and you like the Eagles or something. Just come up with a
I
story.
specifically got tickets for my folks. It was like
God.
I think it was right after the New Year's. And I specifically got them that
God,
game.
that's a great
And
game.
they won. And I was like,
I'll never forget watching the Eagles play Dallas. And at the time, Michael Irvin was a wide receiver. He cuts across the middle. He gets creamed. I mean, literally creamed. In a hit that wouldn't even be allowed now. I thought he was dead. Most of the people watching TV thought he was dead. He didn't move. And the Eagles fans were cheering.
Yeah.
And when he got on the and he like did a thumbs up like he was alive, they started booing.
We were like,
Like we would have been better off if he
"Aw."
was dead.
Right.
That is
Just,
a
just
Philadelphia.
Rub some dirt on it. You'll be
Yeah,
fine.
get
Shake
up-
it off,
get up, you-
man.
yeah, it's
Stop being
like-
such a pussy.
Dallas
This
pussy,
cracks
you
me
know.
up because I bet you people are tuning into this episode and not expecting this
Oh yeah,
conversation.
this is like this.
No, it's,
Oh, Danny and Lauren, this will be sexy. We're like, oh, remember that Philly?
Yeah, remember the guy that just got
they,
creamed?
they all know that I love.
Or they clicked in, they're like, yeah, and this guy got creamed. You're like, ooh.
They're thinking now we're talking about pegging now.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Are you a pegger?
I
Have you done
do.
pegging scenes?
I have. I've done pegging scenes,
I
and I've
love this
also
segue.
done bi.
I have to know. I never did
sexual
pegging
scenes.
scenes.
You've done
Really?
bi?
No one ever hired
Yeah.
me.
You've done bi scenes?
I've done. I've actually did a whole I was on set the other day, and we were all talking about terms. Now I always consider myself bisexual. I was like, oh, I like both genders. Now I found out that I am pansexual
Oh God.
because I.
Wait, I thought pansexual was no sex.
No,
No.
pansexual means you'll fuck
That's
everything.
asexual.
Oh.
Pansexual
Okay.
means if you're going
Yes.
along the side of the road
No,
and
why
an oak
not?
tree has a knot in it and you like it, you can fuck the oak tree.
And the oak
If
tree
you
gives
really-
consent.
Yeah, the oak tree kind of like waves
And
its
a test.
oak leaves.
Here's my 14
Here's
day.
my 14-day test. Kind of like winks from an acorn.
I don't
You can
what
have
the
sex with
freaking
it.
porn industry is having me do right now. So last year I got nominated for outrageous sex scene because I fucked a dino lady, and now this year
Wait. That's a
good
they
one.
topped it. All right, they've topped it. So I fucked
Like
an
one
alien.
of the dino suits, like the blow up ones, or like
Just like
was
a
she
fluffy
face?
or
No, like
need
the
to know.
girl got spray painted, and then she had this tail, and she looked like a dino
Was this
lady.
a Flintstones parody?
No, it was a Jurassic Park
Jurassic Park.
My
or
God.
Jurassic
Oh.
World. Sorry,
Jurassic World. So you're fucking the Velociraptor.
That's-
Yeah, basically.
How is that like?
And I
not
got
bestiality 'cause
so
it's really a
into it.
human.
Yeah.
What was the dialogue?
Oh God.
Well, she was talking in the
Dino
other way.
Man. I had to say all these weird ass Dinah sword that
And
they
the other
created.
one doesn't have arms to touch
yeah,
you
it's
with.
like oh, they said it's good for
Did
good
they
for
strap
hand.
her arms down?
No, but one of them did. They said it good for jerk off, and her hands are here. And she's like,
Swear.
I would want to fuck two dudes with my tiny T-Rex arms and just.
It's like
but like Lauren right now has literally been pushing. Like this year now, I fucked an alien. Because I did Area 51, but we called it
Oh.
Area 69.
Of course.
Oh my
Of
God.
course.
And I am now, just recently, we came out with a Family Guy.
Yeah, I saw
And
that.
I-
Because you're
I-
MILF of the month.
Yeah. And I fucked the Brian.
you fucked Brian.
I fucked the
fucked the
dog.
dog.
Yeah. I fucked my son and my dog at the same
Oh
time.
God,
Your
was
son
it at
and your
least
dog
a
at the-
guy
It was a
dressed
guy.
as a dog?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I was like, oh God.
I'm like, man, they're trying to push me. I better get outrageous sex scene this year. Like, I'm like fucking creatures that aren't even human
What's
anymore.
the most outrageous sex scene? I fucked a dog, but not a real dog.
Not a real dog.
It was a
It was
dude
a dude in a dog
barking at me.
talking like Brian.
It was so funny because he like dives in to eat my pussy, and we were like, hey, I see a black on your nose, and I'm white. And I was like, you have to be careful. And he's like, we can't really dive in as much as you want to. He dives into my pussy, and all of a sudden he pulls out, and my
Sounds
whole
like a male
pussy's
talent.
black.
Sounds like a male talent. Okay, whatever you do, don't do that. That is the first thing they will do.
I was like,
I didn't hear the rest of that sentence. I just heard do this.
Vagina must eat.
Yeah.
Put penis inside.
they had to pan up to my face because he had to baby wipe my pussy because it's all black from his nose. And I was like, thanks, dude.
Oh, the problems of porn.
My God.
Yeah, so I had a black pussy at one point. I was like,
So
yeah.
not only were you bisexual, you were biracial
Yeah.
all in the same day.
I was like,
Killing a lot of birds with one stone.
yeah. And check and
Outrageous
that one
sex scene.
down.
I gotta look
Oh
out for that.
my
My
God.
favorite AVN category is clever title.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love that.
That's my every year.
I always talk to Stoney Curtis because he comes up with the
comes up-
best
yes.
ones.
Yes.
But it's just funny is I literally just had a meeting with the guy who wrote Hamilton. That's the one that won last year. Hamilton. Eaton, you're going to be listening to this because I know you and I were talking today. But yeah, he wrote Hamilton, and I was like, but there was another
So
one that
good.
was the we were at that AVN award and we were all betting on it, and there was the one that was like little girl in my cock pocket. That was
If
something.
this
something
sounds
along those
super
lines.
perverted and clever, like Stoney has some really. I think he did one like.
Did he do I think he did my favorite. It was the rapper
Yes,
that stole
oh,
my crapper.
Yeah, yeah. And we
The
were
rapper
actually.
that stole my crapper.
We
yes.
actually were talking about because he's like, yeah, I got some clever titles coming up this year, and I was like,
You go into his office, it's just a wall of AVNs for
Clever-
clever
clever.
title. It's my favorite.
I mean, you gotta give him
Outrageous
credit
sex
for
scene.
that.
I gotta
yeah.
I gotta look
I
at
gotta
those
look at that
too,
one,
though.
too.
Because if you're fucking dinosaurs, like I gotta see.
The guy
it was
told
a
me
dino
today.
lady.
The guy who wrote Hamilton today told me that he got an AVN also for best soundtrack. They have a soundtrack,
have a soundtrack
award.
Yeah, they have a bunch of like stuff. They
Wow,
have
I didn't even know
soundtrack,
that.
original music.
Original music is the sound. What is that? Moaning? It's
Oh, I
like,
get what you're
I'm a little
Is
confused.
there porn music still?
Bow chicka wow wow.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like-
like,
pulling
whatever.
that
This is an
70s
original.
music.
This is my.
I
This
never
is my
got
original
that.
movie from Boogie Nights. Bow chicka wow wow.
Like I think my oldest porno that I used to watch was called. It was in the 80s.
Well,
it
that's
was,
definitely that's the land of Bow
Yeah,
chicka wow wow.
man.
Come on.
But the guy would talk. It was called Dirty Talk to Me because I always liked that guy's dirty talks, and it was all about the guy fucking girls and dirty talking to them. And I
That's
was,
rare for the 80s.
It was
No, it's about
awesome.
right.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, that's about right. for
Because
the
they
80s.
back in like the 80s and I want
Well,
to
I
say
guess
early
it is kinda
90s.
men. I like
The
like
guys
focusing on
would
the
be
guys.
shown a lot more. Now it's just like, hey, let's see your dick.
Yeah,
You're
they
done.
would-
Yeah, we don't
Yeah.
care about your face.
You also got to the
like put your
I'll
hand
be
on
the
their
face.
face.
we're talking.
My favorite, if you've never seen a like behind the scenes of a POV shoot, that's
Oh,
my
yeah.
favorite because it's a guy like in a very uncomfortable position with his dick trying to stay hard, and then another guy practically like either sitting
Like
on his
this.
face or hunched over him or breathing in his ear with a camera, and you're like, dude, just
Whispering.
Like,
just have that guy hold the camera.
Or
He's-
just
he's
give him
right
like
there.
a GoPro. You just like, stick it on his head. You know.
I like when they tell him to stay straight. And because they're like kind of angled a little bit, trying to like
Yeah.
get out of no, you got to stay straight. I love when I did POV and the guy like so you can't see his face at all. But so here I am, I'm doing an anal scene, right? And he decides to make funny faces throughout the entire
Oh my God.
scene. And I was like, dude, man, I have to be able to act too, you know.
I gotta stay hard
You
here.
know,
Yeah,
like,
it's
come
like-
on, man. Like, you're fucking my ass. And I haven't eaten most of the day. Please.
I
Like,
had 3 gummy
I'm
bears.
hangry.
yeah, I can't have gummy bears anymore. I hate those shit. I
At
got
some
sick of
point in
it.
time, at some point in time, it's got to become.
I went to gummy bears to sour gummy bears to then like gummy worms to
Twin
now
snakes.
and now
I love twin snakes.
Twin
Those are my
snakes.
favorite.
I just can't do gummies anymore.
Yeah, I get
I
both.
hate gummies. I do dark chocolate. That's it.
I feel like that would be a disaster.
Yeah, that's like that starts off as a.
No, because it's milk chocolate. That's a diuretic. So dark chocolate is not.
Oh,
And it's not like I'm shoving the whole bar down my throat. Like,
It's true.
but like I like
just enough for the sugar rush. Just
Yeah,
enough to
exactly.
keep you going. Yeah.
Yeah, man, you got to get that little oomph.
So for those people who don't know, because we've mentioned it a bunch of times, POV means point of view. So it means
oh,
that,
they
yeah.
know what POV is.
I
You'd
would
be
like to
surprised.
know if
There
people don't
might be
know.
a couple of people out there. We gotta, we gotta dumb this down to
What,
the lowest.
if you don't jerk off and you listen to this, there's something wrong with you.
Right.
I love you, whoever you are. I love you.
Like,
Please
just
listen every
saying.
episode.
No
We'll
one's gonna
teach you
be
things.
like, I never jerk off ever. I'm saving my penis till marriage. Oh, what's this? Dani Daniels, the Two Onions podcast.
Yeah,
Sounds
but-
wholesome.
maybe they're coming in for the end Vic part.
They're like,
They're like, oh, I like end Vic. This is good. We're gonna keep going.
So, what? This is shameless. She's gonna give me shit. But what kind of scenes do you do on your website?
Oh.
I do hard. Well, just on my website, right?
LaurenPhillips.com.
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
LaurenPhillips.com.
Yeah.
For those, yeah.
I actually do. Oh,
I just got.
She got a little. Swag.
have-
The new
For the-
phone with the 11.
Yes.
For those of
coming
you
in
only
hot.
listening,
And-
it is
and-
a rather sexy
and-
picture of
Oh,
Lauren.
the headphones.
She's got her LP logo. It says
I love it.
LaurenPhillips.com.
And then I have my necklace.
You are the
Yes.
exact opposite of me. I'm like, I don't want anyone to recognize me.
You know
ever.
what? I stretch out my asshole for a living. They better fucking know who I am.
Exactly.
I'm You can literally Google me and see my gaping asshole and see my insides. See my insides. Like you
Oh,
probably
I
you
think
probably
she's
could
got-
whistle and it would echo. Okay.
I think she's got a polyp. I'm just checking.
No, most of my stuff on my website is like hardcore. I
you
personally
can see your
Shocker.
insides.
Shocker.
but I personally like the professional type look. I feel like all girls should look hot and sexy at all times, even if they're getting ass shoved, they're sweating down, like anything like that. I love it. So I like the nice lighting. I get pretty girls done.
Little soft focus.
That's what I like
Yeah.
about like your own website though. You do what you enjoy.
Yeah.
And then your
Yeah.
fans enjoy it because it's what you like.
Yeah.
You know.
And like I add like some like if I like because my camera guy lives in Vegas right now and he's like my favorite, Miles Long.
Oh yeah.
He's
That's great.
amazing. He's like amazing. He's one of my favorites. He's been doing my website ever since I've had it. And he lives in Vegas, so he's not here all the time. So I'll add like some Snapchat stuff. I'll put some on my phone.
Filler.
Well, now that I have this new phone, it might turn out pretty fucking awesome.
Oh yeah,
Like,
that's
so,
an amazing
I
quality
don't know.
camera.
I feel like girls to be like, I love that glam porn star look. I feel like, you know, if I'm gonna like take 3 dicks in my butt, I should look good doing it. Right? That's I don't know.
Look, if you want 3 dicks in your butt, get a smoky eye, okay?
Yes.
Like
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I think
I
that's why
feel
the
like
smoky
for
eye was
every-
invented.
for every dick in your butt, you get a diva move.
You get your
Okay?
Smoky eye.
This dick, smoky eye. This dick, full glam hair.
Right.
This dick, fucking higher the hair, the closer to God. Let's go.
Hey man, I need as much help to get close as God as possible, man. I came out of the wound fucking like going to hell basically. So
Fast pass. I got a
Oh
fast
my
pass on
God.
I
that.
love when people
Highway to hell.
like text like message me and are like, "You're going to hell." And I was
Okay.
like, "Dude, man, I was born a bastard. I was going to hell anyway, man.
Yeah,
Just
it's like-
fuck that shit." And I was raised Catholic. I went to a Catholic school. I know my rights.
Oh, Catholic.
Like,
know my
it is what it is.
You're lucky you were a girl, because if you were a boy, you would have had a different experience in Catholic school. So
Let's just say that my priest was very flirtatious.
Oh, boy.
shocker.
He's not a priest no more either.
Shocker. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Yeah, no, I can't imagine that. Can't imagine that would have been
I
a
was
good
an
girl.
ultra girl though too.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I was totally.
It's always the
like-
opposites. It's always the opposites.
I was
Yeah,
like,
talk about a plot twist.
and no one ever thinks that. Like everyone's like, "Oh, Lauren, blah blah blah," and I'm like, "No, man. I used to be a nanny. I worked with kids. I was a professional dancer. I used to teach children. That's why everyone's like, when they asked me if I had one ask me. So I got all my MILF stuff right for MILF a month, and it says mom on it. So MILF
Yeah.
a month. My mom sees it,
Uh-oh.
and she's like, "When did you become a mom?" And I was like,
Uh-oh.
I don't know. And then I
I'm
had
a-
one of my fans
play
say, "Do you
one on
have
TV."
kids?" And I was like, "No." Well, technically, yes. I've changed diapers. I've potty trained. I've done everything a mom would do. They don't live with me.
They don't live with
worry.
me.
It's so funny
I
to me
s-
that like if you're a MILF, you have like everyone expects you to be a mom. Like you're also playing a character.
Right, right. Well, like
no
you said on
one's
one of these
asking
episodes,
me if
I'm
I have
not
a
a real-
doctorate and
yeah,
I'm playing a doctor.
I'm not a real estate agent for real. Yeah.
Like, you know, you don't see
But
people going up
MILFs,
to
yeah.
like Brad Pitt saying, "So were you really a vampire?" And
Yeah.
That's what I always say. I'm like, literally, like we're the only profession people think it's real.
Yeah.
But for the shameless
They
plug, it's actually
really-
in my book. There's literally a line in the book about no one's
Yeah.
knocking on Al Pacino's door asking him for an 8-ball because he sold coke in
Right.
Miami. I mean, you know.
Like, can you picture like going up to Robert De Niro and being like talking about The Godfather and thinking that he was really in the
Mob,
mafia? Like,
I love
he
it.
would look at
I had a guy on my Instagram was giving me shit. He goes, "Well, you know, they're acting, but those girls are actually fucking." I'm like, okay.
It's a funny thing that you said that because I do take acting classes, right? Because for some reason I got, well, I shouldn't say for some reason, but I have been labeled as an extremist. So I was like, oh, you know what? I would like to try to do some more features. And I did a
features.
script with, it was with Jodie Foster. It was about her like getting this gang rape tape feel, and they had to like her lawyer had to prove that she was raped. And I was
From
talking
the
to
accused? From the
yeah,
basically off the
yes,
accused?
thank you.
Yeah.
And I was talking to my coach, and I was like, it was a great movie. I watched it. It was really great. I was like, but I don't think you guys give us credit that I actually do. I have to get fucked. Pretending to be like I'm getting raped. I was like, you don't know how like hard that is to keep your pussy wet when you have to be like, oh no, please don't, or like the hypnotizing ones.
Oh
Have you
my God, I love hypno fetish.
when they do like
I love hypno
I love when they
fetish.
come up to me and are like, all right, so I want you to show no emotion. So I have to like sit here
Exactly. It's like a stiff board.
as the guy-
Everyone's
Guys,
gonna
like,
be
fucking
like
me?
Googling hypno fetish.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it's like borderline on the legal. It's like the gray area.
It's
Because you're
on the wild side. Yeah. Well, yeah.
hypnotized,
Listen, if
and you're
somebody's hypnotizing you and
fucking-
fucking you without your consent, it's
But you're
not legal,
you're
but
not,
it's
you're
you know.
not hypnotized, but you're playing someone that is.
I'm
you're
a
But
like,
just like Silence of the Lamb, it is actually illegal to cut people up and turn them into a sheet. That doesn't mean
Well,
it's not
that-
going to be on screen.
exactly.
Oh, you-
exactly.
you put the lotion on its skin.
It puts the lotion. See, like gender neutral pronouns. It puts the lotion on its skin. The world's a better place.
Sick.
Man, I just every time I hear that phrase, I think of the song.
Yeah.
There's a whole song that's it puts the lotion on its skin.
Yeah.
They
There's-
did a whole song on it. Yeah.
What?
there is actually a parody called Silence of the Lambs the musical. It's an actual musical.
I'm so mad I missed this in New York.
And one of the lead songs in the musical is "If I Could Smell Your Cunt."
That's why I like New York though. That's
and
so funny.
and the best part about that, it is done to an interpretive dance in the background with Hannibal Lecter singing. And as he sings, "If I Could Smell Your Cunt," every time he said that, the girl on stage winds up with her legs spread, even though fully clothed, in front of a man's face.
That's artistic
It is-
expression.
It is by
I'm
far,
into it.
by far one of the most hysterical
I
plays
was
I
so
have ever seen in
mad
my entire
I didn't
life.
see that.
Yes.
Man, I didn't even know about it. I just knew about that
Oh,
song.
Yeah, it's a play. If you ever get a chance to see it, especially if you're easily offended, because that would be awesome to watch you. But it's done in one act, so it's like 90 minutes. You got to sit there, pee quick.
Oh God,
What
that'd be
was-
my
Oh,
worst
it was like
nightmare. I have to
90
pee every
minutes of
5 seconds.
straight.
I barely make it halfway through.
Yeah.
You're like,
Every time
And-
I
and
see a
all-
play, I'm like,
please pause.
I
Huh?
have to be so bad.
And the worst part about it is you're gonna laugh your ass off, so you're gonna want to pee. It's like, but it is.
Now I'm
it
gonna
is
look it
brilliant.
up. You
Yeah,
know, that
Silence
has to
of
be on the
Lambs,
internet
musical.
something.
Yeah.
What's
it
a
was-
parody you want to do?
Um,
Is there like
You did the
Because you do a lot.
that '70s
and I
show,
love it.
right?
I did.
Yeah, you
I
did
love
Donna,
it.
that
right?
twice.
Yeah,
So
you did that.
I did
good.
that twice.
Yeah.
Parodies are so good.
I would love to do my own stuff because when I start producing,
Yeah.
I want to do. This is kind of sounds so weird. I
That's
want to
okay.
do horror porn.
Horror porn.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Like I have like a whole script in my
There's
head
a
for like.
huge
There's a
market
huge
for that.
market for that,
I just
yeah.
love it. I love
you should do it
horror.
for your site.
I want to wait for a bit. Like the person I look up to is Sarah J, and I love how she has this whole production company. And that's kind of, I'm like, let me enjoy my talent side right now. I've
Yeah.
only been doing talent. Right. I've been cam girl for 6 years, but I've only been doing porn for hardcore porn or mainstream porn, whatever you want to call it, for 4 years.
You
Yeah,
kind
live
of
your best
you kind
life.
of blew in on the scene pretty quick
Yeah.
and rose up the ladder. Good for
I
you.
have to make sure that people know that this ginger's here.
With your fire bush.
Yeah, man. Everyone,
Bush girls gotta stay together, man.
I loved how like people were calling it the fire crotch at first, and I was like, "Oh man, that doesn't sound right."
Yeah.
Like,
That
we don't want
sounds
my crotch
itchy.
on fire.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
I was like, let's. And then I was gonna do like a whole Snapchat thing, like a group where you do shout outs, and I was like gonna call it the Ring of Fire, and I was like, I don't know,
Oh my
maybe
God.
not, I don't know. But I wanted to do I Am Tanya with Tanya.
Yeah.
I wanted to do I Am Lauren Phillips and do a whole thing on that. Like that's and have like a twist instead of it like skating, it's porn, like stuff like that. Like I want to twist things that are different.
That'd be fun.
Or like
that.
Atomic Blonde. I want to be Atomic Ginger.
Tommy Ginger. Love it.
Yes.
Like stuff like that. It's just little twitches. I
I
love
think
stuff
it'd be
like
hot
that.
as Ivy
Ivy,
from
yes.
Batman.
You can do Poison Ivy.
Personally.
Poison Ivy.
I've done
Yeah.
Poison Ivy a couple of times. A couple times. I have a little like I think I did it for fetish stuff though. Like I've done it for
like a pantyhose thing.
yeah.
Or, yeah.
Done it for
Another.
primal fetish or something. Yeah, with Michael Masters. He puts me as Poison Ivy and everyone's like, "Oh my god, blah blah." And he gets his like costumes all customly made and stuff like that.
Badass.
And I'm like, it's just a lot of work. Like when you do super like stuff like that, you have to have these costumes like to the T.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how like some of these cosplay people do it. Like it's
Yeah, I like cosplay, but I'm like a 4 out of 10 committed. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, this is cool. I'll put this on. Like, but some people are like full on.
Oh yeah, and they develop the persona.
Yeah,
the
I
whole-
can't. I can't. I'm not that
you ever
committed.
been to like WonderCon and stuff like that?
I've been to Comic-Con.
I've been to
No,
WonderCon.
you were at My Pretty Pony Con.
Oh yes.
Oh, I love
Yes.
ponies.
I was feature dancing. I don't remember where I was, like some random city, and I was like looking up like what to do that weekend. And there was a My Pretty Pony convention, and I was like, "We're going!" So we went, and there were kids dressed as ponies, and there were adults dressed as ponies,
And they were
And
there
it
for
was
two different reasons.
different kinds of people.
2 different reasons.
I would totally dress up like a pony.
Yeah, there were people in full-on pony furry
Oh, it was
outfits.
hysterical. And
I
she's
would
sending me
root
back
them on.
videos.
Oh, it was great. It was the coolest.
and you were doing a twerking video for
I
Camp
did.
Soda. At
Yeah,
the
there was
time.
like a twerk
There
contest.
was a twerking contest.
And I
you wound
remember
up
being
twerking with pretty
Yeah.
guys dressed as pretty ponies.
I walked up to 2 guys dressed as ponies, as like furries, and I was like, this is gonna sound really weird, but could you
Yeah,
just
right.
like,
This is gonna say not you dressed as the My Pretty Pony is weird, but this is gonna be the
This might
weird
be a
part.
Like,
little bit
can I
weirder.
just twerk in front of you for 10 seconds? Like, you don't have to move or do it. They're like, yeah.
And then they
Like, who
twerked
would
with
say
her.
no?
And they were twerking. They're like twerking in their My Pretty Pony costume. It was freaking hysterical. And the person videoing it was my daughter.
Yeah.
Because she was her roadie at the time. So
Yeah, she went, when I saw like when you were with her, I had to like do a double take for a second. I was like, wait, what? Because you guys look like sisters. I
Everyone
was
always
like,
thinks we're
Everybody says that, yeah.
sisters.
I don't know.
We're not.
Like, I know that you're from California, but I was like, wait, man, no, wait.
And then everyone be like, "Are you guys sisters?" Because the name. I'm like, who would name their other daughter the same name?
Well,
Mini Danny, is that what
Baby Danny? Baby Danny. That's what
Danny.
that's what everybody calls it.
I was like,
Well, George Foreman named 10 kids George Foreman. So
you kidding?
No. He said
George Foreman,
he
like
said-
the first, the second, the third.
Yeah, no, just
The fifth, the
just
sixth, and the
George Foreman.
seventh?
No, just George Foreman.
Even
if
the
I'm not-
girls?
I think the girls are
Georgia?
Georgia. I think they're Georgia Foreman.
right?
He said, "Why should only one child have the greatest name ever?" That's exactly what his comment
So
was.
I wonder how
So,
they like
yeah, you know,
identify each other.
Yeah.
George. Yes.
George 1.
Oh my
George
Yeah,
two.
no different
What?
middle names. Not everybody was George Foreman.
They would have like, can you picture them having the shirts, you know, where it says thing 1, thing 2, how they would have George 1, George 2.
Be like that would be the end
All
of
of a
that.
sudden Georgia pops up.
Oldest George, old George.
We all have
Middle
grills.
George.
Yeah, it's like
Jesus.
yeah. So yeah.
That's so funny.
So I mean,
I'm
a
gonna
couple
look-
Dannys, who never.
Yeah, maybe there could be. You never know.
But no, they are not sisters. They are not sisters.
not,
Yeah,
no.
Just in case you guys were wondering.
No.
'Cause my-
Right? Don't plant that seed.
Yeah, no, yeah. In this world, yeah.
Right? And you
dealing
always,
with-
I
you
think
always
I
make
see
sure you
the
blame it on the New
resemblance.
Yorker.
I
Yeah,
see the
exactly.
Don't
resemblance.
plant that
It
seed.
wasn't my fault.
We're both brunette. We both have big eyes.
But
Everyone says me and Vic
Boy.
look alike. Like
Yeah,
if
we've
we,
been
if
getting
we
a lot
take
of that,
photos
too.
together, we have
Yeah,
the same
remember.
eyes, similar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I also have a mustache.
yeah.
So
I have a bush.
it's coming in. I shaved it today because I knew it
I
was
just
gonna
put
be.
makeup on it.
She has a mustache. I have a bush. We're all good. It's all the same thing. It's,
Oh my
we've
God. How-
never been-
Anyway,
do you?
wait, no, I have a
do
question.
you have fan questions?
Yes, but I want to ask how Exotica was first.
Oh, it was good. It's
Jersey.
always good. Jersey's amazing.
What exit?
Is that in South Jersey
First
or
thing
North
is exit
Jersey?
9.
It's
right?
North Jersey.
Okay.
Definitely North Jersey.
Yeah, because it's near New Brunswick. So anything like for New Brunswick type areas, I usually consider
That's where the
north.
Giants play, the sworn
got it.
enemies of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh.
That's always been. That's always the problem
so
in Jersey.
close.
That's always the problem in Jersey.
Yeah.
Like South Jersey are Phillies
Yeah.
fans, North Jersey's Giants fans,
Yeah.
and you know,
'Cause-
New Yorkers we're just New York
Like,
fans.
Don't drive in
Yeah.
between.
Yeah.
you
But
just have to be like careful.
Yeah.
Oh, kind of.
Yeah, kind of.
Kind
Depending on
of.
whose stadium you're in.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it was really good. It's always I was nervous because they usually don't do it around this time. It's usually
Yeah.
November,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Fuck, you tired?"
Yeah, are
Yeah,
we
I'm
putting
tired.
you to
I'm
sleep?
sleepy. Sorry.
Right? I think you need like a coffee.
Yeah. Just-
Sorry. But
No, I wanted to go, and we actually just got back from being out of town, and we planned it around the original Exotica, and then they changed it. We're like,
it's always the first
I think
weekend
it
in
was
November.
already
I think
bought
it was
everything.
because they were supposed to do 4 days, and I think they couldn't get 4 days for the original dates that they usually get it.
Oh.
But they went down to 3 days because I like, of course, I was like, oh, I thought you were supposed to be 4 days, and now I see that it's 3. And I was like, why is that? And they're like, oh, we just had to, I guess they kind of like took a little too much.
That makes
of a
sense though, because
cookie.
it's like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Like,
Yeah.
the weekend makes more sense
Mhm.
because Thursdays were always
Yeah,
quiet.
people are still like, I think they
Fridays were
forget
quiet.
that we're not in like West Coast and East Coast. People are very like hustle and they like
we go to
they
work.
always work. They
Yeah.
always work.
Yeah.
Like I was just having this conversation with my Lyft driver. I was like, man, being in East Coast and all the hustle it makes me feel so good. And I'm like, I miss LA, but man, people are so chill there. I think they're always high. and there was just whole conversation about it. But no, it was really good. I can't only speak for myself.
Yeah.
I did very well. I feel like when
You're
I put
very friendly and approachable.
yeah,
And you're always in a cool out. You were like a unicorn
I
last
was.
year.
Yeah, last year.
this year I was all dominatrix out though. I went to South Street
Ooh.
and there's this place called Passional Boutiques and they have like latex and vinyl and toys
Ooh.
and like whips and
Is this a Jersey place or is this here?
it's Philadelphia. South
Oh,
Street's in
shit.
Philly.
Damn it.
Not that
What's
far
that
from
too
here.
far?
Oh, how far is Philadelphia?
Mm,
2
probably,
hours,
yeah.
2.5.
Oh, okay.
Depending on traffic, of course.
That's not bad.
But,
Everything on the East Coast is close. I feel like you're like
took a
Philly.
train.
That's like another state.
You took a train from here to Philly.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
I
You
mean-
should because I brought you pastries.
She's like, wait, hold on, what?
I
That was
know,
the-
but was that like 2 days or 2 hours? I don't remember how long the train
Yeah,
was.
you were sick. You were sick as a dog anyway. You probably couldn't even
Aw.
wake up that day.
But like that's the best part about what makes New Jersey really great is it's everyone says the armpit, but I say it looks like an elbow.
It's the elbow.
It's the elbow state. So we have New York, we have Pennsylvania, we have Delaware, and then you have to consider we're all used to driving anyway.
Yeah.
So well, besides New York
Yeah,
City
for
people.
saying, we do not drive.
But like you have Maryland, you have Virginia, which is only a 6-hour drive.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah.
like if you want to get to it, like even
so
Pitt,
it's really easy to leave Jersey.
If you need to get out
The
of
thing-
Jersey.
Have you ever noticed, like, to get out of Jersey, it's free to leave, or like, no, it's you have to pay to get out of Jersey, but it's free to come in. And
yeah,
I was like,
like-
what the hell, man? Like, I went to go to Philadelphia, I have to pay $5 to get to Philly. But if I want to go back to New Jersey, it's free. I was like, what the hell is this shit?
Yeah, to come into New York, it's like $20. To go back, it's like free.
They had a whole freaking musical on Dirty Jersey
Dirty.
in New York City.
Oh, yeah.
It was off Broadway. I remember going and seeing it in high school, and I was like, hey, we're not that dirty.
You're only,
that
you're only
dirty.
slightly dirty.
As I live next to the Delaware Memorial River.
my
Oh, the dirtiest
The
river in
dirtiest river,
America.
Oh, boy.
So,
The only thing that I know, though, everybody always talks about Delaware, but the Gowanus River, the Gowanus River is kind of similar to the LA River.
I was going to say, have you seen the LA River?
I've seen the
'Cause
LA
That's
River.
not even a river. It's like
Yeah.
a gutter.
I was like, does LA even have a river? Like,
They
it's
do.
so
Theoretically,
technically
They do.
it's
It is
burning up right now. I don't even.
literally-
They need that river then, I
Theoretically, yeah.
guess.
No, I think the river's flammable. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
I think
think.
It's actually gasoline
I
or something.
don't think. I think
At
it's
the-
just
at the-
runoff from
at
like.
the time of this taping, they're doing like rolling blackouts in
Yeah.
So
Southern
scary.
California
Mhm.
because of
Insane.
fires.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, all our friends, please. We
Yeah.
hope you guys are okay.
But it was good. Like I was sponsored by Inked Angels this year,
Oh,
and
nice.
it was
Nice.
exclusive, which I never do ever. I don't like to limit myself
Not a-
usually. So, but I was a trophy girl for them for the Ink Awards.
Fun.
And I got to like hang out with. It was funny because I just worked with Joanna Angel
I
for-
love
yeah.
for
Joanna.
Girls Way, and then I had just worked with Small Hands too. I got to fuck him, and I was like, man, I'm seeing you guys again. It's like meant to be.
Hmm.
So because they were hosting.
Oh, okay.
But it was really good, and I like talked to a couple people, and I found out that other people want to sponsor me, which is always great. I feel like if I put the investment in and I make my investment back and more some, I call that a good day.
That's
and I didn't even have to fuck my holes for it.
There you go. That's always a benefit, right? When you can do it without selling a hole.
I got a couple dollars in my pocket and my hole's got a break.
Yeah.
It was a good weekend.
Like, all I had to do was use my Hitachi for myself. I was like, man, this is like easy
a good
peasy.
day. This is a good day.
But it was really
You know, that's what it is. Everybody's job has a different version of a good day, right? This is a good day.
Honestly?
Yes, everybody's got a different,
like,
garbage man didn't get bit by a rat. It's a good day. I didn't have to sell a hole, made money. It's a good day.
I love shooting porn, but there's good porn porn days and bad porn days.
Yeah.
You're
It's
like,
a job.
I get to like lay on my back all day and get a paycheck. I'm in. Oh, I have to do cowgirl POV all day. Not so.
So you think cowgirl and I think pile driver.
Oh, I can't even. My fat ass cannot even get into pile driver.
They always ask me to do that one. Every time.
There's my butt is heavier than my lower part is heavier.
It's called hips. You're a woman. It's okay. I got some hips too.
Well,
they don't fit over my shoulders or whatever it is. Like it doesn't. Like I look like a smashed like flour
I'm
bag.
surprised you do yoga anyway. It's like cow pose, right? Is there
a fucking cow pose?
Yeah.
He literally just said cow pose is his favorite. I'm like, that's not. Is it really?
Yeah.
I told you.
Oh,
Yeah.
Why do you doubt me? You should never
dude,
doubt me.
I thought you were joking.
I wasn't joking.
Because there's like, cow pose is when you like you kick your feet under and you kind of like,
That was your
Cow
favorite
pose.
yoga
I like
pose?
cow pose.
Pile driver?
I like cow pose.
all you have to do is like
Can
bend.
you get into cow pose?
I can get into cow pose. I'm a cow poser.
You're such a poser.
I'm such a poser.
I'm getting so many visuals right now. This is, oh my God. Okay, so on that note,
Fan
Oh
questions?
my god.
I have fan questions for you.
I hope they were good.
Some are good and some are funny. So,
I
They're
feel
never
like
really
they
that
know
good.
me so well. How do you?
actually, I was really surprised because usually they're not like your fans know you.
Okay, I was
Even
about
through
to
my
say.
page, I'm like,
Like
Okay.
I had a fan, which was really this year was the first year where I had fans. They actually said they came and saw me. They like literally are coming to see me, and I was like, holy shit! I've never like. I don't know. I've never experienced that. And I was like, oh my God, thank you. And I had this one couple, and Sunday I wasn't really feeling very well. My stomach was really hurting, and I was like, I couldn't do. I do like a minute lap dance. Like people think like it's hard, like awesome. Like I don't know. I think it's just a lap dance. But anyway, I couldn't do anymore, and I was like, hey, I'm gonna like go walk around and try to like make my tummy feel better. And I had come back to pick up my shit. I was just like, all right, I'm done. And this couple had come, and the girl was so excited that I had come back. She was literally shaking. And she's like, oh my God, how's your kitties? And I was like, oh, we're talking about kitties. Hold on. And I like pull out my phone.
It's like pulling out the baby pictures.
And they like follow my Snapchat, and they were talking about like things I was discussing on there. And because I rant on my Snapchat sometimes. Sometimes.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
fans
That's what
are
it's there
so
for.
cool, though.
But they were
Yeah.
super
fans
sweet.
like that. You're like, it makes your day.
They came all the way from North Jersey. And I was like, yeah.
I know what that
I
means
was
now.
Like,
I know what that means.
and I was like, so like I actually they asked if I could get like some of the stuff out, and I was like, yeah, and like and they were just super sweet, and they were so excited. And I'm like, I'm just a Jersey girl, dude. I don't see it. I don't know.
I don't get it, but
I love
yeah.
that.
Cool.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah, they know
it's
you though, man. Like I got a lot of questions.
Holy
I
shit.
try to like find
fire away.
Okay.
God damn it.
This one I just thought was interesting, but you kind of already answered it. Is do you watch porn and what kind?
I watch hentai.
I kind of pegged you for that.
Yeah, because I love. Oh my God, I'm just picturing it right now.
Wait. You were on Dinner with Dani, so we can plug that. But you talked about what was the first porn? I remember you were saying you went to
My first porn that I bought, or
yeah,
the first
you
porn that I
no,
watched.
the first porn you bought. You
Because I just want to let you
went
know.
to South Street.
I did. I went to Condom Kingdom, which is still there.
Yep.
And I was 18 years old because I was legal. And I went in there and I got this DVD, and it was a tarot card, like
You don't remember
porn.
the story?
I don't remember
She was
this.
talking about it on the show.
I was feeding you wine. That's why.
Yeah. No, I remember the gangbang story, and that was
Oh, yeah.
my favorite.
No,
but you have to.
The 37 blowjobs were my favorite.
Oh
Which,
my
by the
God.
way, had to have been a Kevin Smith reference.
Oh my God.
Wait,
It
you're
had
getting
to
off
have been,
top.
but
I
anyway,
want to
go
know
ahead.
if she watches
No, because
porn.
Kevin Smith's a Jersey guy, so it's like.
But no, that was a tarot card, and I found out that Jessica Drake was in it at the time, which I didn't
Mm-hmm.
know anything about
yeah,
porn.
yeah.
And then Evan Stone was in it as well. And I guess I should have known that I liked girls because I usually watch the girl scenes more. But I just thought that was normal. I was like, hey, we're all kind of like happy and going. Let's just do it. Like I never thought there's so many labels nowadays. And when I was a kid, I never thought that.
Yeah, that's the
the
tricky
problem,
thing
yeah.
now.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
There's
So-
everybody that doesn't, they all tell you they don't want to be labeled, and then they come up with a shitload of labels.
But my first porno ever that I watched was on a tube television. And
Oh.
I clicked on it and it was like,
Shaky.
and all of a sudden the Spice Channel pops up. And I was like,
Oh, the Spice Channel.
Spice
oh
Channel.
my God.
and
Spice
you would see something, and I'm like, oh, that looks really nice. It looks like she's having fun. All of a sudden, and it would pop up, and that was my.
I
first
feel like that's
porno.
like the first edging.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Just
it.
watching
When you're
that.
trying to watch between the lines,
like-
yeah, it's
You're
like,
like,
I
yeah,
can
yeah.
get this.
Wait.
Okay, go.
But like, I watch hentai because
I love hentai.
I love that like the boobs are like really big, and like when they get wet, they're like dripping. So it's not like squirt, but they're actually getting
Yeah.
wet,
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
like.
Doused.
It's so
"Ooh."
funny. I like hentai because of all the things going inside girls.
Oh, yeah.
I love how extreme
Snakes
it
and
is.
octopuses.
Yes.
Like I went to the Anime Expo and they have Faku there too. Like they have porn there. Like they have hentai at the Anime Expo. It's all gated up. Like you have to like show your ID to see it. And like Faku is there, which is all like the porn stuff. And we actually kind of made fun of it because like he was joking around how the guy will like he's fucking and she's like oh and you're just like oh she's so cute, and all of a sudden the guy busts a nut and it's still in her but it shoots onto the camera. So it's like he came so hard that it went right through her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that would be pretty cool if that could happen.
Yeah.
Just so full of cum.
Right.
Like,
Literally. Now no longer full
Yeah.
of cum.
my favorite is like there's like the tentacles going inside the girl and it's like 5 miles of tentacle.
Yeah,
You're like,
like-
there's no way. I'm like waiting for it to come
Snaking
out of
through
her mouth.
intestines. Yeah,
And I
it's like-
love like their sounds. Like their sounds are so cute. And I'm just like, oh.
I wish I sounded like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, sometimes I do. But like, I don't know. They're just big titties. Everything's so extreme.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, big
Stuff that
round
can't-
eyes, big titties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tits are always like super plump
Yeah.
and like
And they're like, no. And you're just like, yeah, you like it, bitch, don't you? Because you can't say no in porn.
Yeah,
like
that's
you
it.
can't.
No means, yeah.
Yeah.
No means a lot of things.
Yeah.
So yeah.
do you like your armpits licked?
I've had them licked. I don't mind if they're licked when they're shaved. Like when there's like little like sprinkly thingies or whatever, like whatever you call them, little I
Little
can't
stubble, little
stubbles,
texture.
Yeah.
A little texture.
No braille
I get skeeved out because maybe I'm just old fashioned and I respect everybody's belief, but I was taught that girls like shave basically everywhere besides my cooch, but like my armpits and my legs and my butthole, like stuff like that. And so when there's like stubblies, I'm like,
I'm the same way.
I'm like,
I have to shave every day,
Yeah.
top to bottom.
yeah, I'm like kind of like this. But I've had people sniff my armpits too.
Yeah.
Like
God
there's
bless 'em.
actually one male
It's
talent
not
that
my
loves
thing,
it.
but like if you're into it,
Yeah,
like
whatever.
Yeah.
As long as it's
whatever.
legal,
Yeah.
have a good
I
time.
don't. Yeah. How fun is your life?
On a scale
These
from
are still
1
fan
to 10?
questions.
How fun in my life.
Yeah.
I think my life is pretty fucking awesome, dude. I don't know. I can't. I listen. I think of it as a different way. All right. Here I was in Jersey working 4 fucking jobs, going to school,
Jesus.
paying school, and I have to do all the fucking work in the first place. And I'm busting my ass trying to make a living. And now I don't have to.
That answers my next question, which is, if not for porn, what would you be doing? 4
Uh,
jobs,
4
busting
jobs,
my ass.
busting my ass. And
It's funny because I met up with people I went to high school with while I was in New Jersey.
Like this trip?
Yeah. And they actually found they followed my previous Snapchat, and so they found out what it was, and they were so supportive. But they like turned to me and they're like, "I never thought you would do this."
I hate when people say
And
that.
I was like, I was like, me neither. But but they're really supportive. Like
Yeah.
they like, I support you. Oh my God, you're so great. I probably would still be a nanny,
Oh, God
and I
bless you.
probably would never ever want kids again. And I probably would have happened was I would have been a nanny. I would have gotten married. I would have opened up a dance studio, and I would have taught kids for the rest of my life. It sounds really boring.
Sounds like a personal version of hell.
I would have kids
Oh.
all in
An
my
army
life.
of little gingers.
Screaming.
Oh, the gingers.
Of multiple sized gingers.
Yeah.
Like,
Child
sticky
scream. There's
hands.
nothing quite as horrifying as the child screaming.
Mm.
Not for me.
Blood
it
curdling.
If that
depends
makes you happy, that's good for you. I am not.
It depends, and I probably would have married an Italian guy too.
No, we're dangerous.
Yeah,
The right
We're
thing to do.
dangerous.
I probably like get fat because eat a
Not
lot.
a lot of pasta.
Yeah,
It's true. I put on like 10 pounds.
yeah, it's like, but
Lemon
the food is so
pasta.
good. It's so
So
good.
good. It's
Like,
so good.
Oh my God, my
I like
was-
Italians because their dicks are big and thick and they know how to cook.
Italian
Yes.
sausage.
You get a good sausage and a
You got
good
a
sausage.
you got
I used to love
sausage.
it because so I had an ex when I was in college, and we actually were engaged at one point. And I used to love to hang out with his family because we had great food. I would smoke cigars with his dad in the back, and we would all like
Drink wine.
Yeah, like it was either we would drink wine. They actually drank sambuca.
Sambuca. Yeah.
That was a huge thing.
Yeah.
Sambuca gets thick laid.
Yeah. Yes.
It was like
Sambuca and anisette. Yeah, and your black coffee, and that's and
and
other things.
I
don't
I
get-
still talk to him though. Like we're still friends. But it was just like, man, his mom made because he was half Italian, like 50-50 completely.
Okay.
Third generation. Irish and Italian.
Oh,
those are
50-50.
some
Oh, boy.
feisty
yeah,
marriages.
man. So I don't know. I don't even want to picture my life without porn. Mm-mm. I'm too.
One of your fans said, "I want to clean your butthole."
Well,
You mean with like an enema or
I
with your
don't know.
mouth?
I mean, take it how you want it. I guess. I mean,
I
he was offering a service.
I don't know. Like
He-
you can
hey,
lick my butthole.
Hmm.
I don't know if I would want someone else to do an enema.
I definitely
That
would not want
literally-
some random
That
Yeah.
person
literally
that
made
said
me
something.
clench my asshole.
Yeah, me too.
I'm like,
I'm like, oh yeah.
because I don't do it. Like I hope my fans know that I don't do an enema like every day. It's
Good.
unhealthy.
Yeah, God,
But,
God
like,
bless you.
Like right now, when I get back home, I head to Prague on the 9th of November.
God, I
And
love
so I always have to like stretch my asshole out for that. So like when I get home,
All I can every time you say stuff like that, all I can think of is Carol Montgomery from the episode looking at you going, "Do you play Rocky music when you do that?"
but it's true. So I don't
You
know.
do. It's like, you
Yeah.
gotta prep.
Wait, what's the large one that you use at the end?
Oh, it's like,
Shane Diesel.
oh no, I've upgraded.
Oh, you've upgraded.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, where do
My
you go?
asshole clenched again.
Like it's now I worked with Natalie Mars, and she's fucking amazing, but her butthole is like way better than mine. And she showed me these toys, and I was like, oh, I want that. So I went to like the place and I bought like all the toys I wanted. It was like it's like Toys R Us. I'm like, ah! And now my toy is like
Ooh.
that big. And I like
You
just
could
shove it
sneak
up
back
there.
the scotch for me.
Yeah, right. We needed somebody to mule back some scotch. It's funny
Right.
because
I wish my
so
butthole did that.
Carol's doing
really-
a podcast based on you. The name of the podcast is called Two in the Ass. She said,
Well, I've had 3 in my butt now.
"Oh, I'm gonna have to
3
tell
in
her."
the
She's,
ass.
Carol, you got to upgrade.
Oh, you
need
You got to
to-
go all 3 in the ass now.
It depends on your butthole, but you have to enjoy like anal sex. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know you don't really do
Mm-mm.
anal,
It's not
right?
No.
Like I remember I've seen you like oh, I got butt plug.
Yeah.
And I look at it, I'm like, oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it's
Aw.
like I've had like a finger in my butt,
Yeah.
like a butt plug, but that's like it's not like I'm prudish. I just don't enjoy anything.
Some people
more.
don't like it. It's
Yeah.
like a thing.
It's not your thing.
And some
yeah?
days I
Yeah.
don't like it, and some
Yeah.
days I'm like, oh, I'll go for a
Yeah.
butt plug. Today
Mm.
feels like a spicy day.
I love having sex with a butt plug in. I think that's fucking amazing. And you can feel like them like I prefer metal more than anything, and I just shove it up there and you get fucked in your pussy and you can feel it. It feels so good. It feels so good.
On that note, wait, I have a couple more fan questions. Advantages of being a tall girl in bed. I thought that was interesting. If there are any, Like a lot
people
of
look at me and they think that because I'm so tall that I can't. What's that the position in porn where they wrap their hands or a full Nelson? Is that
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
They wear,
yeah.
yeah.
People look at me and they're like, "Oh, Lauren, you're tall. You can't do that." And I'm like, "No, bitch. It's not. Doesn't matter how tall you are. It's how flexible you are." And it's super cool because when I do it, my legs go all the way back. So it's
Yeah,
like
you got 9 feet of legs.
Yeah.
So.
It's like a butterfly.
I don't know. You can fuck me standing up, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
Like I can.
You have that going for you.
I don't have to. Usually, it's like the cons is I always have to squat. Like I feel like I get more leg work than
Yeah.
the guy sometimes, and I'm like, oh man, especially in heels. Oh
God, yeah, you're like 6'2"
Oh,
in
yeah.
heels.
yeah.
It's
So like I have to like squat down, and I love because in when I shoot for legal porno, they like me to keep like they'll put me in these like stripper heels. So I'm like 6'2" to 6'4", and these guys are all shorter than me, and I have to kind of like
Super
scoop it back,
Yeah,
and
like-
and I'm like, oh my god,
my back's hurting
legs.
just
My
watching.
legs and my legs are starting to shake, and then I'm
That's
like,
the worst. You're like, what are they
You're-
going to give out?
This
When are
is
they
not
going
going to be
When they're like,
pretty.
okay, we need like 5 minutes of this. You're like,
I'm just like, just relax, butthole, relax. That's
and
all
it's
I'm
also like
saying.
you're like also squatting on a huge cock. So you're like, when my leg gives out, I'm going to fall on this huge cock.
So I don't know what the I always say you need to ask people that I fuck more
That's
than
true.
anything.
That's
But
true.
why would I know?
Guys always like tall girls. I like tall girls. I'm not a guy, but I like
Yeah.
girls.
Yeah,
So
there you go.
I don't know.
okay, I have one more. Favorite scene of all time.
Oh, I hate that question.
I know.
Fuck.
But I got like that one and the tall, and I got like 30 people asking that. So I'm like, okay, I'll write this one down.
My favorite scene.
Oh, and favorite penis. I missed that one.
Oh, I hate that one too.
Yeah, no, don't
That's
do
like
that.
throwing me under the bus.
Because you're going to get screwed. Because now
Yeah.
there'll be like 10 guys will be.
Any penis is a favorite penis?
Yeah.
Any hard
Like-
penis?
Yeah.
I
you
like
don't.
my dildo at home.
Yeah, and then now you've just pissed off everybody. Yeah, no. You're talking about some
My
fragile
favorite
egos.
scene. I think my favorite scene right now that recently came out was with Evil Angel, and it was with Natalie Mars, because it was so. I feel like I like the fantasy, no
Mhm.
doubt about it. But this was very like raw, and when I was working with Natalie and I was working with Aiden was all like, I want it to feel like girls are together, like these are two girls, like it's a lesbian type scene. And I was like, all right, cool. So the natural thing when you're having sex with somebody is you're like, can I do this? Like you always
Yeah.
ask, you don't just dive in and hope and pray that they like
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But my favorite part is she can take really big things in her butt. Like she's like,
The butt master.
yeah, like she like makes me look like a guppy. And she had this big toy and it was so heavy, and I'm like squatting and I'm trying to push it in, and she's like, put it in my butt, and I'm like, I gotta use 2 hands, hold on. And I'm like pushing because
I know, I'm imagining you like bracing yourself against a wall. Like
Foot leaning. Yeah. Like,
like she turns away to laugh because it was so funny, but it was like so true. Like I couldn't. The toy was so heavy. I was like, shit, man, can't you sit on it?
Yeah.
But I don't know any favorite penis. I don't know. I
Do you
love
have
all
or
penis.
so you
type
get,
of
so
penis?
you get, I'm going to save you. So
What?
we're going to do my
I want to
question.
talk about
Okay.
penis.
Yeah, no,
Penis.
Yeah. The last thing we want her to do is pick a favorite penis, because then there'll be 10 penises arguing with her. So
That's true.
you know that. So we have this segment we call Vix 10.
Inches.
There you go.
Vix 10 penises.
No,
It's just
it's-
hentai scene. All these dicks come out of them. He's like an octopus of penis, and he
My
just.
pants are like 2 gloves.
I've never
I'd have 10
fantasized
men.
about that ever. It's so weird.
All right, you ready?
I hope so.
Okay. What's the most annoying question people ask you?
That question.
What's your favorite penis?
I hate when people ask me, and I get this every fucking time. My favorite position.
Yeah.
I hate
I
that
got it,
fucking
yeah.
question.
I can imagine that.
I hate that question. I love when people ask me where I'm from, when it's like all over the internet.
Yeah, right.
I guess every question that's fucking obvious. Like you
Yeah.
can Wikipedia, go on
Takes
Google,
2 seconds.
Right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
stuff like that. I'm like, oh blah blah blah. oh, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm 5'10".
It becomes like muscle memory. You're not even thinking
Yeah,
about
he's like,
it.
so
You're
you're like,
just-
you're sitting there going, I have to go home and
Yeah.
clean.
yeah.
and-
What is it like Pavlov's dog
Yeah,
with
just
the
the
bell?
bell
You're
ringing,
like,
yeah.
yeah, this okay.
What is your favorite way to eat a potato?
I don't know now because I'm on a low carb diet. If
What
I had
was
to
your favorite way to eat a
If
potato?
I had to choose, oh, right, so in LA they have different one. They have hash browns and then they have home fries or something like that. And
Yeah.
I think the correct term is hash browns.
Yeah. Could be.
Because from East Coast we call them home fries.
Home fries, yeah.
That's it. It's home
Oh
fries.
yeah,
Yeah.
because I was like, hash browns is what I grew up with.
Yeah, but I guess
And I'm
hash
from the
browns are
West
like
Coast.
shredded, and
Yeah.
home
Yeah.
fries has a bunch of other shit thrown into it.
Like
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I always have to like ask them like, right, what's the difference again? But I like them like with my breakfast and my eggs and like my bacon maybe and like
And a
you
little
know,
little hash brown.
little
That's-
hash browns on the side with some ketchup.
What would the title of your autobiography be?
Actually, I would love to do something that's the secret life of a Jersey girl.
Or the not so secret life of a Jersey girl.
Because I feel like I have like my story of how I got into porn is so like not the norm. Like I wasn't like, yeah, man, I want to be a porn star.
No, you were an altar girl. So we know.
Yeah, I was like a professional dancer. You know, like I had like a whole like career before this, and I didn't start when I was 18. I started when I was 25. So like, it was different.
We went a different
Yeah.
route.
Yeah.
What was the biggest turning point in your life so far?
I want to say, fuck.
That could be a big turning point.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like this year has been a real turning point for me in relationships and friendships because I had a lot of like, I don't want to say bad blood because that sounds mean, but maybe it was mean. I don't know. I had a lot of friendships that fell out. And it was either miscommunication. I was cyberbullied for a while. Or like I had a bad relationship with somebody and I had to like disconnect myself because they were so negative. And this year has actually like I recently in the beginning of this month, I have started my friendship back with one of my best friends. I was best friends for 5 years and we, Vic knows about it.
Yeah.
We actually basically became unfriends for like 2 years. So now we're friends again and we're slowly trying to build that friendship back up. And then I had a crazy ex in Florida one time and I've actually have created a friendship with him as well. He's still a little cray, but
Friendship at a distance.
That's
Chris.
at a distance.
not there.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know, so I don't know. I feel like that's
that.
like, I feel like when you can grow as a person and look at things and say, hey, you know what, this is what happened, but let's kind of like move on and really enjoy each other because you're not, you know, I feel like that's a really good thing
That's
to me.
a pretty good
Yeah.
turning point.
I guess so.
What are you
Whatever.
most proud of?
I don't know. I haven't gotten there yet. I want to have 1 million followers and I'll be proud of myself. I don't know. Everyone's like, fans come up to me or people are like, so like awesome. Like they're like, you've done so much. And I haven't reached my personal goals yet.
That's a good thing.
So in my mind, I'm like, no, man, I'm fucking slacking. I should be doing more fucking shit.
Oh,
And
there's the East Coast vibe coming out.
and so like I am glad that I have been in the industry for 6 years and I'm still popular enough and still shooting frequately. So I feel
That's
like that's the best thing
Yeah.
that could happen for me.
Definitely.
What takes up too much of your time?
Social fucking media, man. I hate social media. All I want to do is have sex on camera and call it a day. But I have to like Twitter and an Instagram and now this fucking Snapchat that doesn't hate me, that hates me a lot. Like all these social media hates me. You know what? I'm gonna be that porn star that's gonna be the whole Jerseyness is gonna come out and I'm gonna be the one that sues all the social media that discrimination against me
Works
for my
for me.
career. And then now everyone's that'll be my turning point.
Yeah, that'll settlement.
I'll be, you know,
My
all these
proudest moment.
all these like,
protest sign.
all
front of
these porn
Instagram.
stars that have like blown up, like
Oh
Lisa
my
Ann and
God.
Stormy Daniels, all politics. That's gonna be me. I'm gonna be the one that's like, you fucking shut me down. I didn't even do anything wrong. You do discrimination. I'm got my lawyer in the background. I'm like, you mess with the wrong ginger.
You gotta find her
Oh
a
my
ginger
God.
lawyer.
Oh my God.
I get feisty.
I like that. What is your favorite smell?
I love roses. Like I
Aw.
love roses. Like I love the smell of flowers because I have a very sensitive nose. Like I walked in like here and I was like, I can like smell like all the different stuff. Like even New York, you can smell like New
You
York.
smell a lot in New York.
Yeah. You can smell a lot in Philadelphia too, man.
Oh, yeah.
I went to the Reading
Oh, yeah.
terminal and I like the marketplace and I was like, oh man, I smell pancakes. And I was like, oh no, but I
No,
love
babe. Carbs.
no,
Carbs.
no, man. I'm like, you'll understand. You just turned 30. Wait until you're 31. That's when it all kicks in. All right, I've been
Oh, it
30 a
kicks in
little bit
now.
longer.
It kicks in now.
Like I can't even have like I have to be careful how much alcohol I drink now.
Don't
Like
you
my
hate that?
body, like fucking I can't have I'm a huge wine drinker
Mm-hmm.
and now I can't drink as much wine because I wake up at like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning wide awake.
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Because of the
Yes,
sugar.
Wine drunks, yeah, from the
Oh.
sugar, yeah.
And I'm
Oh,
like,
no.
all right.
I don't want that.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
want that as
horrible.
my future.
That's why I drink whiskey now.
That's much better for you.
Oh yeah.
Less carbs.
What gets you fired up?
Define fire up.
No, it's what you think.
Well, when I think fired up, I think either angry or turned on.
So pick
Ooh.
either. Or.
So if you what makes me angry is stupidity. When I have to repeat myself, then I get a little annoyed, and I don't do it to my fans because my fans are they like the internet kind of it's a fantasy. So I have patience for my fans because I think of them like they're like multitasking.
Yeah. You also
Yeah.
don't know what people see.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? If you tweet something,
But
not
like if
everyone
it's
will
my
see it.
family, I always feel bad. I actually had to apologize to my mom because I was so tired from Exotica and stuff like that that when I get lack of sleep, I become like a slightly like I call myself a cunt because I'm like I didn't get any sleep, ugh. And I get very angry and I'm like, didn't I just say that?
Oh no.
And they're like, "Would you like
Oh,
some
no.
chamomile tea?"
Would you like to take a nap?
And I'm like,
nap?
that's what 8 p.m. stands for. Like I say like the most like
Oh, no.
sarcastic bullshit.
Oh no.
But I am very like when it comes to like being turned on, I am very like I don't know. I like random stuff. I have to feel wanted
That makes sense.
to be turned on. And I feel like when like you go in tune with your animal instincts because we're taught that when you want something, you're supposed to ask for it. You don't just grab at it. But when you really want something, you usually grab it. It's an animal instinct. So I love like random. I'm very sensual. I love to be teased. Like to the point where like I'm like asking for it, I feel. And even though I've done porn for like I guess a long time, my body's still sensitive. So like my thighs are still sensitive, and
Well,
I just
porn's
love,
not very. It's very rare that porn is like that. You
Yeah.
know? So you still have that. Like it's almost like the romantic side of sex.
Yeah, like I when I work with somebody, I ask them what they don't like, of
Mhm.
course. The don't
Mhm.
like list. But I always ask them what they do like.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's-
if I
that's-
can put it
Yeah,
in
which
there.
no one
Equal-
asks.
it's like
Yeah,
equally
what
as
do you
important,
Enjoy?
yeah.
And when you ask people, they're like, "Oh, like
Yeah.
it's
Wait,
like,
I
it's
like, yeah.
But you'd be
because-
surprised when you ask that question and how many girls actually don't know what they like. Like I had 2 girls out of my entire career.
Or if you're working with a girl, it's like, "What do you like, men?"
yeah.
okay.
No, we're screwed.
Uh,
It's like,
So
oh,
you're
we're
a
well.
good
starting off with a couple of
actress.
strikes.
But I've had 2 girls ever in my entire career. They're like, "Can you just be authentic?" And I was like, "All right, dude. If the director's like, all right, Lauren, we want you to come now, and I didn't really make it there, or you're not listening to me, because I come very easily. I'm like very easily like I want to come. Like if you're gonna do the job, I want to make sure I'm so selfish, but like I'm like I have to like you're not paying me to be here. I'm paying to be an actress. So to be authentic is kind of like an oxymoron for me.
Exactly.
And so like when I've had two people say
Oh,
that
like
to
what's
me.
authentic if you're fucking?
I'm going to be an
Because
authentic
there's-
real estate agent
Yeah,
today.
there's no A, B, C,
Like,
and
why don't
D.
you tell me how you like your pussy licked or something? Don't let me try to figure it out. Like, obviously, you know your pussy better than I do.
Yeah, and meanwhile, it's
would
like,
think.
we
You would
only got
think.
45 minutes. You want me to figure your entire
Yeah,
body out?
God.
What do you wish you knew more about?
I wish I knew. I had this whole conversation today with I met my college friend, and I wish I knew more about business. I'm such a workaholic. I wish
nothing
I
wrong with that.
The struggle.
Oh man, I wish.
But it's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a good,
I would have totally went if I knew I was gonna do this shit, man. I would have totally went to college for business or like marketing.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Marketing. Yeah, PR, marketing.
Like, this is like.
Especially because I don't think people realize that we are in charge of our own brands.
You
We have
are
to
a
do-
brand. You are the brand.
Yeah, but we have to do everything.
Yeah.
Because the brand is you. It's
Yeah.
not like
I still don't know how
Soda.
the fuck
Yeah.
you do most of the shit you do.
I got a good husband that doesn't sleep, and
You're very
we
fucking
both are
lucky.
workaholics.
Yeah, it does help.
I'm like, everyone's like, you dip into everything, and I'm like, I feel like I'm always trying
You
to keep
do.
up, and it's so hard.
I always admire,
Yeah.
I admire your social media. I know you hate doing it, but
hate
I
it.
like seeing because
yeah,
you're
do a
you're
good
very
job with
active.
it though. You do a very
You-
good job with it.
Yeah, but you're a workaholic, and it's nice to watch. It's inspiring,
you.
as opposed to just a girl that's like, here's me in a bikini.
Yeah, here's my-
ass.
Here's
here's
my
me
ass in a bikini. Here's my boobs in a bikini. Yeah.
But like, I wish I knew more about business, and I wish I'm going to dip into this because I love it so much. I want to make lists, and I want to do a budget, and I'm watching Shark Tank right now and the profit, and I'm like, all right, so now I'm gonna like put my investment in. I'm gonna see how budget myself, and then I'm gonna see how much my budget was. Did I get my investment back? What was the percentage that I made back?
Good idea.
I'm like my profit and my loss. I'm like
That's a really good idea.
my analytics. I'm like, I'm like coming just thinking about it.
That's
Numbers.
Guys,
make
if-
me wet.
guys, if you want to know how to get to Lauren Phillips,
Numbers. You just
All
get
right.
a bunch of DMs of just like random.
Guys, you're gonna a bunch of accountants are gonna be telling you about balance and loss sheets and. The last question for you. What is the one question you would want everyone you meet to answer?
Like I asked them.
Yeah, and they had to answer.
That's a good question. What would I want to know that would be so invasive that they would have to think about it to see if they really want to ask? That's a good question.
What would be important to you to find out from everyone? The wheels are spinning.
Yeah. I like that you're putting thought into it. Like,
Okay,
ooh.
does it have to be? Do I have to genderize this,
No,
or
it
can
could be
I
anything.
separate different
Yeah,
genders?
you can separate it by gender.
All right, so for a guy, I'd want to know if he would want to fill me up because I like to be coming in.
Yes.
love it. I don't like
Team Bush cream pie.
I don't like pushing it out though. I feel like that's a waste.
You have to in porn.
Yeah, but
Sometimes I get greedy and I leave it in there, and I'm like, you don't get to see it today.
for
This
some
is for
reason
me.
my holes don't like to push it out. Like it really like
You actually talked about that on the show
I
too.
did.
Yeah, I remember you
like,
talking about that.
it's like giving birth to come, and you look at my face, and I'm like, I'm like, did it come out? And for girls, man, girls are so hard. They're so complicated.
Yeah, guys are monosyllabic. Right? like
Like-
tree, bush, dog,
Cream pie.
green pie. 2 words. Oh,
I probably would ask a girl when she would like to have sex, probably, or like, are you a snuggler or not? Like Netflix or chill? Like, are you both or are you not?
Hulu and hang.
Like I don't, because I don't know. Girls are so complicated sometimes. Like
Yeah.
Sometimes?
yeah,
I mean,
most of the
sometimes.
time. Most of the time.
That's why I got into
That's the
porn.
time.
I didn't want
Alright.
to talk to girls.
Now we go to the important segment. Shameless plugs. Plug away.
Well, so you should join laurenphillips.com. Also, you should check out my premium Snapchat at thefirebush.com. Also, you should check out all my social medias, which are the same except for Snapchat because they suck. Is Lauren Fills Up, FILLSUP, and then Snapchat is Miss Fills Up, MSFILLSUP. I think that's it.
Is that all the good stuff?
That's the best parts.
Yeah.
The best
the best parts.
Yeah. I think that's it. That's all you need to know for now.
You go on.
Follow me on Instagram, aka Dani Daniels. My Snapchat is new. It's Dani, not in Ghana. And thank you for listening to the podcast. Keep listening because I love you. And what else? Oh, follow me on TikTok, Dani Daniels TikTok.
I just saw you on there too.
TikTok.
I was on TikTok like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm just. It's so like for people younger than me, but I'm obsessed.
It's fun.
Like some of the
And-
stuff you do though, it's pretty cool.
Go read my
Too
book.
obsessed.
She has a quote in the back of it, so she actually read my book.
I did read your
Where
book.
can they get your book?
You can get my book on Amazon, where you can get everything, including nuclear
Yeah.
weapons, I believe.
There
Can you
go.
really?
Probably. All right, folks. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for coming out.
Thanks
no
for
problem.
coming.
Thanks for having me. See you later.
Bye.